Wake up. Human behavior is a complex and often bewildering phenomenon, particularly when it comes to the tendency to repeat mistakes. Despite the obvious negative consequences, people frequently find themselves making the same errors repeatedly. Here are 10 shocking reasons why this happens. Emotional masochism is a complex psychological phenomenon where individuals subconsciously seek out situations and relationships that cause them emotional pain or distress. One of the primary drivers of emotional masochism is the need to validate deeply ingrained negative beliefs. People who engage in this behavior often harbor feelings of inadequacy and unworthiness, leading them to seek out situations that reinforce these beliefs. By experiencing emotional pain, they confirm their internal narrative that they deserve such treatment, which paradoxically provides a sense of certainty and control amidst the chaos. Comfort zones represent a psychological state in which individuals feel at ease, experiencing low levels of stress and anxiety. People often repeat the same mistake because stepping out of their comfort zones involves embracing uncertainty and potential discomfort, which they are naturally inclined to avoid. Venturing into new experiences or changing long-held behaviors introduces elements of unpredictability, which can be daunting. Engaging in familiar behaviors, even those that lead to mistakes, often provides instant comfort and relief from anxiety. The allure of immediate satisfaction often outweighs the potential long-term benefits of change, perpetuating the repetition of the same mistakes. Lack of self-awareness is a critical factor in why people repeatedly make the same mistakes. For instance, someone who lacks self-awareness might consistently react with anger when faced with criticism, leading to repeated conflicts and strained relationships. They may not realize that their automatic defensive response is a pattern that needs to be addressed and changed. Another component of self-awareness is recognizing one's own strengths and weaknesses. People who are not attuned to their own abilities and limitations are more likely to engage in behaviors that exceed their capacity or to neglect areas where they need improvement. This can lead to repeated failures or suboptimal performance in various aspects of life. For example, a person who is unaware of their poor time management skills might continually miss deadlines or overcommit themselves, resulting in ongoing stress and frustration. One of the primary ways social influences contribute to repeated mistakes is through social learning. People often observe and imitate the behaviors of those around them. If someone grows up in an environment where certain mistakes are common or normalized, they are likely to adopt those behaviors themselves. For example, if a person witnesses family members handling conflicts with aggression or avoidance, they might replicate these behaviors in their own relationships, perpetuating the same mistakes. Emotional attachment is a powerful force that can significantly influence behavior and decision-making, often leading people to repeat the same mistakes. The emotional comfort derived from familiarity can overshadow the negative consequences, making it difficult to break free from these patterns. For example, someone might remain in an unhealthy relationship because of the emotional bond they have with their partner, despite recognizing the toxic dynamics at play. Another factor is the role of nostalgia and positive memories. Emotional attachments are often reinforced by selective recall of positive experiences, which can overshadow the negative aspects of a situation. This selective memory can create an idealized version of the past, making it difficult to recognize and address the reality of the present. Coping mechanisms are typically developed in early life and reinforced over time, making them hard to change without conscious effort and intervention. Avoidance provides short-term relief from anxiety and stress, but results in long-term consequences. This cycle perpetuates the same mistakes because the underlying problems are never addressed. Trauma, whether it stems from childhood experiences, abusive relationships, or other distressing events, leaves deep psychological scars that influence behavior and decision-making long after the initial event has passed. When trauma is not adequately addressed and processed, it can manifest in various self-destructive patterns and repeated mistakes. Trauma alters the brain's stress response system, making individuals more reactive to stress and less able to regulate their emotions. This heightened state of arousal can lead to impulsive decisions and actions. People may develop strategies to avoid confronting their traumatic memories, such as dissociation, denial, or repression. Over time, these avoidance behaviors can lead to repeated mistakes, as the underlying issues continue to influence behavior in negative ways. One of the primary reasons for the fear of success is the anticipated increase in responsibility and expectations that comes with achieving one's goals. Success often brings greater visibility, higher stakes, and increased pressure to maintain or exceed current performance levels. As a result, people might unconsciously sabotage their efforts to avoid exposing themselves as frauds. This self-sabotage can manifest in various ways, such as procrastination, perfectionism, or engaging in self-destructive behaviors that undermine their chances of success. Success often necessitates changes in lifestyle, routines, and even personal identity. The uncertainty associated with success and the potential disruption to one's life can be a powerful deterrent, causing people to repeat mistakes that keep them in a stable but unfulfilling situation. The unwillingness to change or adapt can create a cycle of repetitive errors and missed opportunities for growth and improvement. One of the primary reasons stubbornness leads to repeated mistakes is the resistance to new information or perspectives. This closed-mindedness can prevent people from learning from their mistakes or recognizing the need for change. For example, a stubborn person might repeatedly use the same ineffective strategies at work, ignoring feedback or suggestions for improvement, resulting in consistent underperformance. Another aspect of stubbornness is the influence of ego and pride. Stubborn individuals often have a strong attachment to their own opinions and decisions, viewing them as extensions of their identity. Admitting a mistake or changing their approach can feel like a personal failure, which their ego struggles to accept. When certain behaviors become central to how people see themselves, changing these behaviors can feel like a threat to their very essence. This attachment to identity is reinforced by several psychological mechanisms. One is cognitive dissonance, which occurs when there is a conflict between one's actions and their self-concept. To reduce the discomfort caused by this dissonance, people may rationalize or justify their behaviors rather than change them. People derive a significant portion of their self-concept from their social groups. These groups have norms and expectations that strongly influence behavior. If someone identifies with a group that values partying, they may continue to engage in these behaviors to maintain their social standing and avoid feeling isolated. This group dynamic reinforces their identity, making it harder to break away from the associated behaviors. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others who might learn from it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss an update. Until next time, keep making waves and turning the tide.